Well, welcome back, everybody. Jughead here, and this is going to be part 2 of our DART mission, Disaster Area Response Team, where we're flying medical supplies from Bayview County Regional Airport in Skagit up to Abbotsford, British Columbia to clear customs, then over to Langley, BC to deliver them. In part 1, I went into a lot of detail about how we were doing the mission and what DART specifically covered. This one's going to just summarize round 2 and round 3, some cool flying videos of the takeoffs and landings, including some short ones, and you always got to be practicing, and then coming home. Even a little bit of stuff there for the customs if you've never done that. So as Customs and Border Patrol said on the landing from the first flight is I needed to redo all my EAPAs. So I found this office, i.e. the back of the golf cart in the hangar, and got online, hotspotted it off my phone, took care of all my EAPAs paperwork, ran some screen captures to make sure I had it, and then we were soon ready to get on our way. They've been keeping up with the tracking board, all the airplanes. Northbound, I kind of preferred to take the cut that I-5, Interstate 5 follows through the hills there. Gives you some options, and then it keeps you to the east of Bellingham's airspace. Well, my second leg into Abbotsford, I didn't have the video running, but they cleared me in to land on runway 7. I landed long, turned left, went right down to customs, just like you saw in the first video. Quick clearance, and now I'm taxiing out to runway 19 for the departure. Checking again out all the C-130s, and we're going to be airborne here off of 19 direct to Langley for leg number 2. Alright, as soon as I got 97 Bravo safely airborne, I was checking out all the fire bombers on the right. A couple of 145 BAEs over there, and if you look closely here to the right, this is where all the single engine air tankers are, the Fireboss 802s. I was assigned runway heading for just a bit and then quickly turned en route. Again, another tower to tower handoff, or terminal to terminal, what they call it there. And then Langley Tower just had me join the left downwind. I was behind a 172 on the student pattern. So I slowed up way early so I could fly a pretty normal approach. I wanted to come in and make this very first taxiway though. It's 321 feet from the beginning of the runway. And so I had myself a goal, and that would give me a nice short taxi. So we're going to get slowed up here. I'm going to be just a little bit high, and just a gentle slip will take care of that excess altitude, and then get it slowed down. Gonna come across the numbers at about 51, 52 mile an hour. Tail wheel actually touched down in the underrun. The mains made it to the runway threshold line. The radio call I got from Tower made it pretty obvious that they're not used to seeing people land on 19 and make that first turn off there. This is obviously sped up 20 times normal speed. You had to be careful taxiing here. It's a really tight little airport. Lots of airplanes, lots of people walking around. There's not a lot of wingtip clearance. But I pulled back into the same old spot that I unloaded for the first leg. Make the text message to let them know I'm there so the tracking is complete. And then it's get out, climb up, check the fuel. As soon as the fuel numbers were good, then get these boxes off this airplane so we can go again.
Alright, giving it one look over before we head out. What a cool little airport. Actually teach people to land on shorter runways. Looks like it's maybe about 1,800, 2,000 feet long. A lot of activity here.
Well, here's looking out over the reservation and approaching Bellingham. Boy, the back of the airplane looks a lot different when it's empty. Way back this time, I just climbed up high and flew over the top of Bellingham, which is much preferred because they've kind of got a reputation as the least friendly air traffic control services in the state of Washington. Nice day though in downtown Bellingham. You can see Lake Whatcom back over to the south. Well, the APIS paperwork has been redone, and I'm just letting the load crew finish up the third load out for me here today.
like it.
It's cold. Like, wind is actually going up my back. My sweater.
Oh wait, I can.
Yeah, it was chilly here today for you guys on the ground. I'll be honest, I've had my gloves on most of the time in the airplane. The heater's been on the whole time.
Yeah.
It's still chilly.
Airplane tracking still going on. It was nice. They had both some breakfast donuts and some pizza to fill people up. There's the last of the pallets. Hopefully we can get all of that shipped out today. It's a long taxi to the far end, runway 11 at Skagit, but there was several airplanes operating in the pattern, and midfield, don't really need to do that, so we'll be patient, come all the way down here to the end, wait for our turn. About 2 months, spring will be here, and these fields underneath us will be green, half of them full of daffodils and tulips, and the tourists coming in to walk through the tulip fields, the airplanes flying over them. It'll be beautiful spring in the Skagit Valley. All right, we are leaned out, set up for cruise. Just got a gentle cruise climb going as we will head over Whatcom Lake as we go northbound on this third leg. It's been a good day. One more. And as I open up my VFR flight plan, they give me my trans-border transponder code, so dial that in. For this third load, we opened up a bunch of boxes to use all that extra space in the airplane. It made the difference. We got about another 2.5 boxes of supplies in the airplane. Then we broke down the boxes, folded them up underneath it so they were able to go back into their normal storage. Well, crossing over into the BC Valley for the last time today, and I came across this really cool heart-shaped pond. Bound to Abbotsford for the third time today. This time they've cleared me to land on 2-5. Basically just put me on a left downwind and then authorized a short pattern for a long landing touchdown right before the taxiway, which will be off to my right. Very accommodating staff here at Abbotsford Airport. right here, I'm watching my phone as I taxi in because I'll go from 0 coverage to 3-4 bars in like 50 feet. So I got to watch when I get enough coverage, I stop and then make the phone call to Customs.
Border Services.
Yes, sir. November 4497 Bravo on the ground at Abbotsford with the mask lift. No change to that.
And your name is?
John Council.
All right. Is this your last run for the day?
It is, man. We really appreciate how easy you guys made it. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
Good day.
Give command and control command post a heads up. We're departing Abbotsford, headed to Langley for the last time today. All right, we've cleared customs for the last time on the Canadian side. A little taxi past all the cool fire bombers and the C-130s. A lot of neat stuff to see here. I'd like to spend a little more time on the ground. The other side of the airport had a bunch of seats, probably 20 seats, single-engine air tanker aircraft. They will be real busy probably in 4 or 5 months as they start to disperse out to all their summer firefighting areas. Well, after being put on to hold, finally get cleared for takeoff. It's 3 different landing runways, 3 different takeoff runways today at Abbotsford, but they were great to work with. It's another what I call on-speed approach, flying about 52 mile an hour on final on the front side of the power curve, but a precision touchdown right at the numbers. Fairly easy braking even with the loading. Make this turn off. It easily leads right to where I need to go unload. Tower once again was kind of impressed. Gotta like it. This third leg, they cleared out the taxiway back up to the hangar. I taxied all the way up to Goofy's nose, and we unloaded and stuffed everything into that hangar you see behind us. Made it a lot easier. Western Washington University had a nephew go to school up there, one of our rivals of my alma mater, Central, and of course a beautiful view across Chuckanut Bay out to San Juan Islands in the northern part of the San Juan Island chain.
Good. We've got to meet a new one of you every time.
So I included this video of clearing customs just for those who have never done it. Basically what's going to happen, you're going to park in the customs area, they're going to come out to the airplane, you stay in your airplane. You can open the door. They're going to walk around with a Geiger counter, make sure you don't have any nuclear stuff on board, and then they're going to look at your paperwork.
I don't know what you mean by block.
Aircraft registration, pilot certificate, and your medical And then they'll ask for anything extra, like your customs and border sticker for the airplane if they don't see it.
So let's call it 1507.
I have cut out the portions of this where we aren't actually
phone receipt.
talking. He's just
We're waiting
walking or doing his paperwork. But it's
Customs
usually a
to-
pretty
well, not
quick,
customs,
about
wait
5-minute
till Canada to figure out
process.
what they're gonna do. Let's see here. There we go.
Detox order number 6833496. 6833496. Got your pilot's license here. 10-11.
We sure appreciate you guys being here today to make all this easy.
Oh,
Third
no
time
problem at
through,
all.
and just
Yeah,
so much nicer than going to Bellingham.
absolutely. And your medical is, there we go. Anything in your aircraft that you're bringing down?
No.
Okay. Let me just go in there, make sure that all the information is correct in your passport, and I'll be back. You can hold on to this stuff so I don't lose that on you.
Thank you.
And you can get out and stretch
Appreciate
your
it.
legs, or come on inside and
I'm gonna come inside and use the facilities. Well, there we are, cleared customs, quick and easy. It was really nice of them to come up here and work with us. Made it a whole lot easier. Customs right here, parking spot for loadings right there. So we had, what's today gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 9, 11 total flights. One to get up here, one to get home, 9 to carry it out. Quick and efficient, super easy, especially when once you figured out the phone calls, radio calls, and clearing everything. So beautiful blue sky day now. Mountains are shining, and should be a nice 20-25 minute flight home. Stay down low and enjoy. Well, it has been a good day. 97 Bravo has flown well. Here's the last of our airplanes headed out. All the pallets and boxes are gone. That is a good sign. Been a fun day. It's fun to be able to help out these exercises. While this one, yeah, you could have driven stuff up. Of course, when you exercise, you got to exercise the whole system. And like they say, you know, one earthquake, one snowstorm, there's a lot of things that can shut down ground transportation around this region. That's what this is all about. Good looking 172. One more airplane load. We would have had it.
We did good though. We did really, really good. Our last takeoff out of Bayview on the way home. Got a student out in front, gonna be staying in the pattern. It's always fun. My airplane's that blue and kind of silvery gray. Fly along the freeway, they all think I'm the cop up there, the bear in the air. Keep them under control. Deception's a good thing. Here we are, final approach back into Harvey. It's been a beautiful day of flying. It's my favorite way to come in, landing 1.5. Keeping the pattern tight because there's nowhere to go if the engine quits if you extend out past the river. Of course, got to love the 170, the big 30 and 40 degree Fowler flaps. I'm an idle power here and easily come around, get down over the power lines, touch down past the threshold. Love this airplane, just love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on the DART mission and disaster airlift response team, SkyTerra and his men and women, BC AERO. This has been part 2 of the journey. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Kind of the short, condensed version of the last 2 legs up from Skagit, Bayview County Airport to Abbotsford, British Columbia, over to Langley, British Columbia, and then back down with each load. We've got the final text message sent to let them know that I am safely home. First airplane to leave this morning, last one to get home. The tracking board's been updated. It's time to put 97 Bravo in the hangar. Go enjoy your cold one. Thanks for coming along. Jughead's out.